And we back at it again. It's the KOD Show, episode 28. Coming back to y'all live. So, it's been a long week of professional wrestling. Hirsch, do your thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it is I, the chocolate one, the promo god, Big Hirsch. And slightly above me, maybe diagonal to you, you're up, maybe you're down, tackle drop down, toe hold, himself, Mr. Just Bryce.
How y'all feel out there? I gotta try to, match Hirsch. Up, down, left, right, center. Maybe I'm here, maybe I'm not.
Hey,
got it.
He's doing the little Kim. And directly to your left, maybe you're right, up, down, middle, diagonal. Who knows where he gonna be? Speaking of B's, a boat boy Blake, Triple B's himself. Blake Dela Cruz, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. We can leave out the other stuff, but I am Blake Dela Cruz. Thank you. Keisha. The real one, Keisha. Over from Parker's on the Go. But she's with the KOD show tonight. We appreciate that. Y'all.
Yes, Miss Keisha stopping by, saying, hey, y'all. We just want to say, hey, welcome in. Thank you for joining us.
Is Keisha a goat? She's
a real one. We appreciate that. So we got some things to talk about in the world of professional wrestling.
What we talking about, Chief?
So, kind of the story of the week is William Regal leaving AEW at the end of the year. Tony Khan so graciously let Mr. Regal out of his contract, and he'll be starting with WWE at the beginning of the year. Hirsch, no. Bryce, what are your thoughts on this?
I'm sorry. Can you go to Hirsch first? I'm sorry. I'm still setting up stuff. I'm sorry.
Okay, Isaiah, go. Hirsch, go.
William Regal leaving AEW the way he did, righting a wrong that should have never been wrong before. But at the same time, you don't know who people really are until you give them a chance. And it's like they didn't give him a chance, but he righted it wrong. He literally handed MJF the title. So we take anything from William Regal leaving, just remember he made MJF a champion. The same way Triple H and Regal were going to make him a champion across the pond in the E. That's just my opinion. It doesn't really faze me because William Regal to me never really fit in AEW. The whole Blackpool Combat Club was a joke. It was a fusion of former WWE guys who all could have been top guys, except for what's his name? Lake Wheeler.
Yuta?
Superhuman?
Yeah. Utica.
Wheeler Yuta?
Yeah.
Yeah, Utica.
You got it.
Yeah. He makes me think of Road Trip.
Yeah.
Great movie, by the way.
It is a very underrated movie. Yes, it is. I agree.
Could you imagine watching that movie at 13 years old? Amazing.
I can't imagine. I think I did. So
wait, we couldn't be 13 at the same time. I was 13. You was like 22. So
I didn't want to say that, but
boom,
got him. You got one. That's your first good one in weeks. So I'll give you that one. So another wrong that's right is this AEW, just Will Regal going back to WWE where he belongs next to Triple H. And his son's already there. So it just makes sense. But Tony Khan graciously let him out of the contract because, he's such a nice guy, and it was just whatever. but Regal cannot appear on WWE TV until 2023. He cannot appear. Yeah, so for a year, all of next year, he can't appear on WWE TV. I don't think he really cares. I think he wanted out of the place anyway.
A whole year not on TV?
He can't be on TV for 2023.
Yeah. So to kind of get to that, him being out, I'm gonna throw up a couple of images up here real quick to run through some stuff. Regal was on Dynamite last week. MJF made his first appearance since winning the AEW title. Regal presented him with this new design. It's the same designer belt, but just the actual leather is different. They put Burberry leather for MJF. He called it, speaking of the Triple Bs, that's what he calls his belt, the big Burberry belt. So he presented them with this beauty. And then right on cue, MJF proceeded to turn on William Regal. And he left that man laying. Hit that man in the back of the head with some brass knuckles. And I think that's why Tony Khan, wants Regal off TV for like a year to, I guess, sell this storyline and make it believable.
No, he wants him off TV because he knows that Regal's probably be a asset to WWE. So he's like, nah, you can't be on that TV show.
Well, yeah, that too.
Yeah,
that too. Because I don't know, I feel like it would look kind of weak if they do all this fanfare and goodbye, and then he just shows up in 2 weeks on
next
Raw.
week.
And don't forget that Tony Khan is also mad that Triple H said something about having Regal say War Games in a tweet or something. So Tony Khan's pretty sensitive about almost everything,
which was weird. I don't understand his issue with that because that's footage WWE owns. Like,
right.
There's nothing he can really do about that. I don't know, like, why he would take offense to that, and saying like, as nice as he's been, like, I don't understand like what that was about. And
it's because he's let a couple people do WWE interviews or let them appear on TV over the last year, but I don't really think WWE would have, like, they wouldn't have cared one way or the other whether he would have let them on or not. You know what I mean? So,
right, yeah. I mean, just like with Billy Gunn not being on the DX segment. Graves said something, I think, of like the other guys selling office furniture or doing something with office supplies. Like, that was that.
But your whole company, please God, no. We're not okay. No. Okay, y'all not lined up, so I'm good.
Wait, go back. Oh!
They got it. Doggone it. All right, so but your whole company is predicated on Sarah, thank you for coming in. We really appreciate you being here.
Oh God, here she go.
I think
Sarah with a nice yurt. That's hello in New York for those of you that don't speak New York.
She don't even speak New York.
I'm not sure if that's a dig, Sarah. If that's a dig, if that's an insult, you let us know.
She know what it is.
But yeah, like, the whole company is predicated on just bashing WWE. So when WWE does something like remotely like this, he takes it as an insult. So he is. How do y'all say soft in New York?
It's many ways.
You say y'all. I'm not.
Hold on. Here go $10 for Connor's cure right there. Yo, son, you box. Box, son.
But yeah, so they put him in a storyline, the main event storyline, knowing he was gonna leave. So does that make any sense to y'all? Him being put in that storyline, knowing he's gonna leave 6 weeks later?
Yes,
no,
it does. because it makes AEW exactly what everybody already knows what they are, a bunch of imbeciles. So
I like how you censored yourself on that. Call them
yeah,
imbeciles instead.
bunch of imbeciles. I actually like that word. My uncle used to call me that all the time, and
That's a good word.
I didn't know what it was, so I thought it was a compliment. You
Yeah,
little
man. To
imbecile.
answer
And
your question, no, I don't think that was a good decision, man. I thought they could have found a different way to have Regal leave, to put him into this kind of program where like MJF turns on him. You didn't really have time to have sympathy for that and to like hate MJF for it.
Yeah, it's like everything's rushed. So he
Yeah,
screws Moxley and breaks up the Blackpool Combat Club, and Moxley doesn't get any revenge other than like, you go away and don't come back.
yeah, that was it.
So
He told Regal to run away, and Regal just walked very slowly.
yeah, it's like so. Yeah, so please, Nelly, thank you for dropping that.
Yes,
Please go ahead and hit that
Nelly
like
said
button.
to,
We will really appreciate it. It does support the channel, so thank you, Nelly, for that.
don't hit the like button. Hit it with the rock bottom.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. But yeah, it doesn't make any sense. So Moxley looks stupid because he can't get his hands on Regal.
yeah,
Then it just they could have found a better path without involving Regal so heavily in the main event. I think it's
yeah.
my
And then at the
my
same
issue.
time, like, what are you supposed to do challenger wise? Like, you're not going to put Moxley back against MJF right away because like his issue ain't really with MJF. You know what I
Well,
mean?
not now, yeah.
And then
They
it's
knew
like
what they were
from
doing.
Danielson coming out and like defending William Regal.
Yeah, it was like, hey, my father was a drunk. You should understand that. So it's just everybody kind of looks stupid. Like literally everybody except MJF. MJF, I guess, the only person that matters in this.
Yeah,
He's the only one who doesn't look stupid.
he did his part. I mean, he had a long promo segment last week. I think it was like 10, 12 minutes. But I mean, he cut a great long promo. Like he explained everything in detail. You got the turn. He explained the turn. Like everything was explained on his end. So I don't have no issues with him. He don't look bad at all from
Yeah,
this.
no.
It's just everybody else involved. Like it just looks stupid because everything was rushed. It's almost like it wasn't planned. There's no payoff for anybody for any of this.
Which is why you don't put a guy who you know wants to leave. I think Tony Khan said he knew maybe like the first or second week in October or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to leave. So that was, I don't think Regal was involved that heavily where you couldn't just kind of pivot somewhere else. But you know,
and I feel like they make it a huge deal from like what happened with the press scrum and All Out and all the backstage stuff after that pay-per-view, to where it's like the firm was supposed to kind of feud with Punk to lead to MJF at Full Gear, and then that's not the direction anymore. But like, I don't know, I just don't understand why they went in this particular direction. It's like I said, with the guys that they have in Blackpool Combat Club, like they really could have done something a lot better.
yeah,
With
like
Regal.
they probably could have used Dan. Like they could have not involved Regal so much. So that was, Booker of the Year. He's got that locked up. Tony Khan does. But I just like the way he went out of his way to do the interview to pat himself on the back for letting the guy leave. Just all right. All right. Anything else on this subject?
Tony Khan, I wish you the best with your family matter.
Yes.
Just saying that right now. I know I give you a lot of heat about playing with Sugar Booger and stuff like that, but I do wish your I do wish health and peace and prosperity upon you and your family in your time of need. And I joke a lot, but that's never a laughing matter. So I do hope and pray for you and your family in your time of need. Besides that, stop hiring everybody because of their name. You need to hire people because of their work ethic and where they want to go. Because William Regal, his work ethic spoke for itself. He's established. Everybody knows what he does. Everybody knows what he can do. You can't bring everybody with his work ethic in, like, you can't bring everybody to your building to help your building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you got to think of the way he came to you. Like Nas said in that song, I should have knew she. What song? It's One Mic. I should have knew she wasn't true. She came to me when her man called a sentence. So be careful how people come into your life, because it's pretty much the same way how they're gonna leave.
And on that note, I think that's a good way to wrap this up. Quoting One Mic and Nas, that was like that. I like that. You bring it in tonight. So
always.
Okay, sure. All right, Bryce, what you got queued up next?
Hey man, well, there was a rumor. I think it was from Uncle Dave about the 2023 Royal Rumble. Some of the participants, but in particular the winner of the Rumble, one Mr. Dwayne Johnson. It's what the kids know him as. We know him as The Rock. There was a rumor about him winning the Royal Rumble to set up the match with Roman. Y'all got any thoughts about that?
That is a terrible idea.
It's not that bad of an idea.
I don't like that idea. It almost never works out well.
It'll work.
It almost never works out well when they bring like a part-timer
For that spot, yep.
and put in that spot, especially when they want somebody else. I kind of think, maybe y'all can disagree, I think Cody's in that spot. Like, it just makes so much Cody to win.
He got to be. I hate the fact they mentioned Cody, I think, like a few weeks ago.
Did they?
On Raw. Yeah, I think like Seth brought it up, and I'm like, or Theory, one of the two of them brought it up. And I'm like, bro, just keep Cody's name out your mouth. Let us forget about this dude.
Yeah.
So when he come back, we can be as surprised as possible.
No, don't get me wrong. I hope Dwayne's at the Rumble because I'm going to be at the Rumble. So don't get me wrong.
Right. You want him there, you just don't want to see that.
I just don't think he should win. Hirsch, you said you wasn't that bad of an idea?
Nah, let him come back at the Rumble, but just not be in the Rumble. Let him come back and be like, I'll see you soon, partner. Like, you ain't got to do too much. Just keep it a band. Be like, hey, it's my table. That's pretty much it. Like, people tend to overthink the situation with Rock and Roman. Like, it's been writing itself. You don't need to do much to it. Just let it happen.
So
it's already a red carpet for it. You don't have to do much. You really don't. Just make it simple, make it believable. My man came back because Roman out here tripping. See, if you pay attention to sports besides wrestling, you see that Rock has been at SoFi Stadium a lot lately.
Yeah.
His wife actually sung the national anthem on Sunday, and he had his daughters in his hands, front and center, while she was singing. And he said it was a magical moment. And then now I'm thinking, like, bro, when's the last time he actually wrestled? What was his last match? It was who knows? But
was it Cena? Well, no, like if you want to count a real match, it was Cena. If you want to count the like
Eric Rowan 3-second.
Yeah, you want to count that
fastest match in
crap in
WrestleMania
Dallas?
history.
Okay, so that's my point exactly. So since his daughters have been born, they have not seen him wrestle. So it's gonna happen in LA. It's no way it's not gonna happen. So we about to get 2 nights of Roman main event. Sorry, just throwing that out there.
So
Get over it, acknowledge it,
who?
respect it, believe that.
Who's complaining about that?
I don't know. There's a lot of people.
Well, no, I don't want to see a main event 2 days in a row.
There's a lot of people not messing with it.
It's the crazy part. It's like I feel like Cody should get a WrestleMania main event, and I feel like Rock got to be the main event. So
like it has to be.
And it does, but I don't know. I feel like that's a slap in the face to like everybody else in the company, man.
Are you on this Punk thing?
It's not. To me, it's not.
Okay,
it's
do
not
you think it was a slap in the face that Stone Cold main event night one last year?
He should have. That's Stone Cold.
Okay, well, shouldn't The Rock then?
And that's why I'm telling you, like, it's a crazy situation how they both should main event, but like, I don't know, I feel like somebody else at some point, because like, look how many main events Roman has had compared to like anybody else on the roster.
Hey man, when y'all don't know if y'all don't remember this because y'all young, but Hogan was always the main event.
But that's different though, because that was like his company, just like it was Austin for a while, just like it was Cena, like that's guys you have in the main event. And WrestleMania was only one night. I'm just saying, on a 2-night WrestleMania, like somebody gonna have to just not be in the main event. I'm sorry, Cody, you're just not gonna be in the main event this year, bro.
But they're not gonna not.
I know.
They're not gonna not main event Roman for I mean, like.
I know.
So, Roman's gonna be on the top of the card regardless. So this goes back to, if The Rock wins the Rumble, then the titles are on the line at Mania. Do the titles even need to be on the line at Mania?
Rock is not winning the Rumble.
I'm just saying if.
Right, but we just saying, if you have Rock and Roman at Mania, do you need the belt on the line?
Yes. Okay, you know what? Actually, no, because I remember I said no before. So I said no before because that's the main event in itself, just the two of them fighting. And then it frees up the titles. And all Cody wants is the WWE title. He doesn't want both. That's your segue into getting one title freed up.
I got bad news. I'm gonna have to be bad news bear here, so I'm afraid I got some bad news. They're coming up with one title so if that makes any sense, like it's just gonna be one title for both belts. So they're coming up with one belt. So they're not splitting the titles again.
No, I don't like this. Since when did we become AEW again?
Well, no, this is not AEW because it's still only one title.
They did this before. I'm just not. No, I don't accept it. I don't have to accept it either. I don't accept it. No.
Okay.
We do not take sweaty breast 20s in this Family Dollar. I'm sorry.
That's all Family Dollar takes, baby.
I do not accept
this long.
Not accept it. No.
I don't know how you think Family Dollar stayed in business for 50 years, but
I used to work at a family. No, not family. It was Family. Yeah, it was Family Dollar. It was the worst. I didn't know if I was gonna get shot, stabbed, or beat or jacked. Like it was amazingly just awkward.
Every day, every shift's an adventure.
Yeah.
So Bryce, what do you think about the title, The Rock and Roman for titles?
No, I don't need a title.
No.
I think just The Rock wrestling anybody is big enough to main event. It don't matter who it is. Right. Take anybody you want on the roster. That's a main event because The Rock is in it.
Yeah. And I feel like if it's for the titles, that kind of already predetermines the winner.
I give you
Well,
that.
So, on Young Rock.
Oh, what a segue! That's what we call this business, a segue.
Ooh.
So, Young Rock is set roughly 10 years in the future. Rock's running for president 2032, reflecting on his life, a lot of stories. This happened to be them walking through, I guess, like almost like a trophy room or like Rock's collection of stuff. Interestingly enough, on the top shelf up here, this belt that's in the middle, it's a belt The Rock hasn't won yet. It's the Universal title. Is that any indication about WrestleMania?
You know what? Now I think like they're going to use him to. I can see now if he wins, then that's where you get a new title because that's what they did with the last time he won.
Yeah.
As soon as they won last time, they debuted a new title. So I don't know, but The Rock has really been working out over the years. He's he just
That man's an animal.
Yeah, not enhanced at all.
No.
Why you had to say it like that? And you the hand gesture.
What
I don't
was
like
the
that.
hand gesture? Remind me. I don't know. I've been talking with my hands a lot and been clapping a lot lately, so I don't.
You're not from Brooklyn, my guy.
My wife asked me last week why am I clapping so much lately, and I have no idea.
So I want to ask y'all. So if you don't think Rock should win the Royal Rumble, how would you do the story? Like, how would you set up the WrestleMania match?
I don't feel like it's complicated. I feel like you just have him challenge Roman. Maybe at the end of a pay-per-view, he comes out, set it up that way. Something like that. Just I don't really think this requires any overcomplication to the story.
I feel like if he's gonna challenge him, don't do like the way Cena did it. I ain't really like the way Cena did it. I mean, the crowd popped. It was at the end of the show, but I feel like it's already been done so many times at the end of the show.
Yeah, you're right.
So I feel like do it right before his match. Rock, come out. I personally think it should happen at Royal Rumble because you're gonna have a record crowd again. So just come out before his match, distract him, be like, "Hey, I'll see you at the main event." That's if you can get past your opponent. And then he's like looking like, and he's like so distracted, and it just, hey everybody, I need y'all to do me a favor. My beautiful wife, the amazing Miss Laria Franklin, she hasn't been feeling well all week. And just send her some thumbs ups and some. I've been trying my best. I've making her tea. I made her the world's worst but best soup, according to her. So just send her some love and appreciation.
Absolutely. Yeah, hope you feel better.
Yes, absolutely. Hope you feel better. Ms. Lilo chimed in, said Cody's gonna win the Rumble, challenges for a title. The Rock comes back and does what he does best, bury people with his promos, that he'll bury Roman, let him know who the true tribal chief is.
See, that's why she's sleeping on the couch. Even though I'm on the couch, she's sleeping on the couch tonight because she's tripping.
Would you possibly just have Roman call out The Rock?
Yes. You can't. Yeah. There's no wrong answer.
Right.
It's really not.
Just make it happen.
It is. So I had two things on this. So Hirsch, going off of what you said, having The Rock issue a challenge before a match. What if they just don't announce The Rock for WrestleMania? He just shows up night one, right before
There's
the
no way, bro.
There's no way.
There's no way.
There's no way.
You do that and you say, "You got this. Me and you, night two. Let's go."
So people are going to show up just basically off a rumor that he's because you got to sell night two somehow.
It's WrestleMania.
Yeah, that doesn't mean anything.
I don't know. I go just to go, bro. It's WrestleMania.
Yeah, but they got us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They looking for like casuals. So,
I mean,
Bruh.
that's true.
It's gonna be
I
a
guess
lot of
you
people
could do it
there.
earlier.
I'm not saying it's not going to be. Look at Keisha coming through again. Keisha never not comes through.
That's why she the number one fan. We gotta get her jersey, and we gotta get where she live at. We gotta get her a ticket to an event.
She lives in the state. I'll give you that.
This state?
Yes.
State we. Yo,
Oh, I thought you said she lives in the States, and I thought the state
Like, I don't
great.
know.
There's like
I don't
50.
know.
She lives in the state of North Carolina.
Okay, chill out, bro. What you do? What's wrong with you?
Nah.
Hey,
it's so
hold on. Miss Keisha gotta go to a indie event with me and Bryce. We almost be getting jumped, Miss Keisha. It'd be fire. Like the
Yes,
wrestlers
definitely check out the YouTube. We posted some shorts, Instagram, Facebook. Put up a couple of reels up there. We got some more stuff to post from the weekend, shows we went to. Yeah, man, it's hard out here going to shows with this man.
Yeah,
can't take him nowhere.
Okay, so hold on. We gotta tell the story. Go ahead, Bryce. We gotta tell the story. Tell them what happened. Tell them tell the good people about, was it Saturday? Tell them about Saturday. Just how bad the match was.
I mean, the first couple of matches was not good. I think the first match was like a 5-way between what appeared to be a lot of inexperienced people. So, I don't know. A lot of people were just standing around doing nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
On TV, you can kind of hide it. You can, shoot it real tight and not show like outside the ring or whatever. But yeah, it was a cluster. There was only a couple of good matches on the show for real that we went to that we enjoyed. People actually doing wrestling and getting the crowd involved. I think Hershey did some push-ups in one of the matches. And then, matter of fact, one of the matches on the show, it wasn't even on the show like 2 weeks ago. Hirsch literally posted a video and tagged some people, and then they ended up booking the guy that he made the video with.
You out here getting people work?
That is, listen, hold on. We gotta show some respect. First off, it was the first two matches were horrible, like Bryce said. Like, we're not even gonna sugarcoat it. Just gonna keep it a band. The third match was TDT, Gate City very own. His name is TDT versus Case and Kane, both indie wrestlers. That match was literally like me going up against an 8th grader. Like, it was just bad. Like, it was a great match, but I felt bad for the dude who was in the match. Got completely destroyed. And then the following match was a straight banger. It was my guy. It was the Infinite Man Tim versus Oliver Sawyer. Both of them have been featured on AEW Dark, and both of them showed out in Nightdale. I've never seen a 450
in person.
No, I mean, I've seen it in person, but like to be that close.
Oh yeah.
And for it to be clean, like the roof was right there.
Like, just to give you context, this is in a CrossFit gym.
Yes.
We're talking maybe like a 15-foot ceiling in there. He pulled off a 450.
And it had height to it.
Yeah.
I mean, Keisha, I know you probably like, what's a 450? A 450 is like me falling down some stairs and landing on my belly. It was like my man, he did it. It was clean. It was fire. It was fresh. Oh, and we saw a power driver, bro.
That's a reason why we don't see those anymore.
We saw but it was clean and it was perfectly executed. Like, it was dope. No cap. And then the The match after was a greeter from Walmart. My man was like 60 something years old. One of those old Marines that you like. He hitting the juice, but he out here like I want to wrestle. Everybody's clowning him, and I'm like, yo, what are you doing? So it got so bad. I was clowning him so bad that I stopped. And then what he do, just Bryce?
Hey, apparently Hirsch must have hurt this man's feelings. Because at one point, Hirsch just stopped, let it go, whatever. He not heckling that man no more. My man wouldn't let it go. He kept trying to trash talk Hirsch. Then after his match, he went out of his way to try to get up in Hirsch's face. And I mean, before, like, you know, you could even really say anything back or, like, do anything, he was already on his way to the back.
Yeah.
And I noticed after the show, he definitely was, like, hiding in the locker room. He was not out amongst the people.
Yeah, he must have thought I was...
I'm not even being funny. Like, people that was in the last match came out the locker room before he did.
Yeah.
And like I said, this is a small, like, area. It's not like a arena that we in. This is literally like a CrossFit gym. Like, think how many people you see at, like, your Gold's Gym divided by, like, 4. You know?
Not the Gold's Gym.
Oh, you know, I was thinking Planet Fitness. I don't know why I said Gold's Gym. Do they still have those?
They do. Woo, brother.
Oh. But yeah, like we saw literally everybody that was on the show except this dude when the show was over. As per usual, just stay, hang around, talk to people, you know. This dude was nowhere to be seen. I don't know if he, you know, hit an exit in the back or was just waiting for everybody to leave. But
trap door.
Yeah, he was not seen anywhere.
I thought he was gonna pop up with the glizzy, no cap. I thought he was gonna.
But yeah, that was the.
That was our sidebar story from this weekend. Sorry.
No need to apologize.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Sorry, Dad.
Man,
hold on. One more story. Has nothing to do with wrestling, but I have to tell it.
Bro, go ahead.
Monday, right? So, like I said, Larry has been sick, right? Hasn't been feeling well. So Monday morning, my youngest son, he comes up to me. He says, "Hey, Daddy." I say, "Yeah." I say, "What's up? What you need?" He's like, "My Friday folder didn't get signed this weekend. Can you please forge Mommy's signature and sign it for me?"
First of all, ain't you little young to know what forging signatures is?
I'm looking at him like, yo, I can't just sign the paper for you and give it to you. He's like, no.
They don't. He's like, mom is everything.
I need Mommy's signature. I'm like, yo, if you don't get away from me. Like, I was so heartbroken. Like, he doesn't want me to sign the paper? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. Are you? Yeah. It's like, sign the folder. Like,
I'm not Bobby.
So we'll get on the wrestling. So at the beginning of the year, you know how the kids have all this paperwork?
Yeah.
They come home, it needs to be signed.
Yeah.
Do you sign that paperwork?
I don't.
Basically.
Yes, Miss Keisha chimed in. She said her kids only ask their dad for money, nothing else.
Basically. So
I don't know.
Y'all heard? I mean, I feel you. I feel you on that because you're just dad. You just you're just there.
Yeah.
So no, that one hit a nerve. So I completely understand that one. As if you don't exist. It's just all right. I'm getting to my own tangent here. What were we talking about?
So I was about to say, I actually wanted to segue back to that. We're talking about Rock and Roman, how we set it up. Mm-hmm. I really thought the way they were going to set up Rock and Roman was going to start over Thanksgiving. Just basically, sometimes how they have like, I guess like segments that kind of happen. So like if you watch Raw Monday, the poker tournament or whatever, how like I think 2 or 3 matches came from that, and then like some entertainment stuff and whatever. I thought they were gonna have like a on SmackDown, like just show like Roman's Thanksgiving, right? So basically, you got Roman, and then you bring in, Wild Samoans, and like bring in Kishi, and all the family basically, right? And then at some point, like Sammy's gonna show up, and then it's like, yo, who invited this man?
My
Right?
dogs.
It's like one of the segments. And then just as they're about to say and bless the food, here comes The Rock. And he goes and sits at Roman's spot at the head of the table. And he dictates who blesses the food.
I'm going to counter that. Roman don't do vignettes. Roman said,
he don't, but I thought this would be a good opportunity to use it because that's not something he really does.
yeah.
I hate that he does
maybe
do
backstage as a show, but like I said, this would be a good way to put him on without him actually having to travel somewhere. You can kind of, lay the groundwork for this.
Yeah. Roman said, look, I'm the world champion. I don't need this. Y'all figure how to set it up. For some reason I just don't see Roman getting involved in like vignettes or like video packages. I just see Roman being backstage doing his thing, or he's out in the ring. For some reason I can't put myself in the headspace to be like Roman shooting a vignette. Like,
really? I could, man.
I can't. Just not these days, no. Which is fine. He's earned whatever status he's earned. So I'm never gonna be mad at that. But yeah, I think Hurst said it earlier. It's like there's no bad way to set up the match. Just trying to figure out when they would go to it. Like when would they start setting it up? So
now would be perfectly. Be perfect.
To be honest, I think they're done with this year doing anything important. As far as like, I don't think Roman's wrestling the rest of the year.
No,
I'm not even sure he's going to be on TV the rest of the year. So
Probably not.
It's not even really a spot for him on TV. Like, there's a spot for him, but like time-wise on SmackDown with everything and everybody, they gotta, put on some other stuff. So like, I feel like what they're doing right now with the world title is good. That it's not on every show. It's just kind of people he's affiliated with. They're on the show to kind of keep him in your mind and keep all that relevant.
Yeah.
And keep those stories going. But like, he don't need to be on every show. He don't need to wrestle on TV really. And take that time and give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Just with the way the roster's starting to get now.
I love their roster, by the way.
Yeah, I think it's perfect to have a good sized roster if you're going to use everybody. So I feel like the way Triple H is going to use the roster is to basically, if he signs somebody or re-signs somebody, let people get familiar with them a little bit, have them off TV a couple of weeks, put them back on a couple of weeks, just kind of be on and off like that. I don't think it needs to be a consistent 52 weeks. I think it's a good idea to just get, like I said, familiar with people, kind of take you away, and then bring you back, almost like you never left. You know what I mean? You missed 2 weeks of SmackDown, nobody's really going to notice.
Like Karrion Kross, Drew McIntyre.
Drew's hurt right now, by the way. So
yeah, prayers up to that man. They say he's medically disqualified. I got an idea of what that means. I don't have no sources on this, but typically if you have an actual injury, they say you have an injury. But when you have, things like the flu or COVID or, stuff like that, you're typically medically disqualified. I always like the verbiage that they use for that, by the way.
Hey man, you gotta make it sound good without sounding bad.
Yeah, like when they had that, was it the women's, when the tag titles was vacant and they were supposed to have like Nikita Lyons and somebody was medically disqualified because they were in Canada. I'm sure somebody probably just wasn't vaccinated to do the show. So like, I like medical disqualification. That's just a funny word.
Yeah. So speaking of Canada and speaking of Roman, So
Oh, Canada.
there's also a rumor that Sami Zayn versus Roman is happening in Montreal, which is Sammy's hometown. So that's an elimination chamber in February. So if that is scheduled for February, then what's the jumping off point of this Sami and the Bloodline getting this done? Like, at what point do we start to work towards this?
SmackDown after the Rumble.
That's
I think-
kind of quick, bro.
Sheesh. I mean, I don't think you need a lot of time to build it, but like looking at SmackDown last Friday, like the Usos are like sitting out there like praising Sammy. And I think Jay said something about like, oh no, I'm sorry, not Jay. Jimmy said like they wouldn't have won if it wasn't for Sammy. And I feel like that's probably what we're gonna see the rest of the year is like now that everybody has come around and is like embraced Sammy, that they love Sammy, Roman's gonna feel either threatened by that or just not like the fact that like now everybody's praising him more than they're talking about Roman, right? And I feel like probably after the Rumble. So I think at the Rumble, that's probably going to be Kevin Owens and Roman to then get to turning on Sammy that next week, to then lead into Sammy and Roman Elimination Chamber, to then I think Sammy and Kevin going to team up for WrestleMania to take on the Usos.
Yeah, so the Rumble's on the 28th,
Mm-hmm.
and Elimination Chamber's on February the 18th. So that's basically 2 weeks.
Yeah. I don't think you need like a long build for that. I think that right there just kind of writes itself. Him being kicked out of the bloodline, that'll be Roman's next challenger. You want something you can believe in, like that you want to see happen, but like ultimately, you know Roman's going to keep the belt till Mania.
Yeah, and it does. I think I agree with Hershey. That does seem. See, that's 2 months away.
Did you disagree with me?
Unfortunately, that's 2 months away. So they will pretty much have to start to make it make sense. I feel like it needs to be like a progression where something happens, like something like that, something to kind of set it up. Hirsch, is that where you were going?
Pretty much. Like it has to be like Bryce said, like them giving him high praises, and then it has to be like a random like, yo, like it has to be several things. Because the first thing in my mind is when he looked him in the eyes. That could be number one.
Good point.
The second thing is to be all these high praises. And then the third thing could be like he does something so out of his place. Like you ain't supposed to be doing that.
Right.
Like he makes a match for Roman or something like that. And that's when, like perfect example, he accepts on behalf of Roman Kevin Owens going against Roman Reigns. Something like that. And it's like, who are you to be making matches for me?
Yeah.
That could be it.
That makes perfect sense. And
it makes
then
too much sense, actually. I'm scaring myself.
I know you're not used to that. So enjoy the feeling.
Oh, you got one.
I've got multiple, but who's counting?
Hey, sometimes right over my bald head.
Well, that's okay. Just God bless your heart.
Thank you.
But yeah, maybe some. Also, do you think about something sets up in the Rumble match itself?
Who knows? Like, I don't see Sammy like having a crazy defining moment in the Rumble because the whole point is like he's gonna get beat up. His whole thing is to lose or make sure no one else wins the Rumble, so that way Roman doesn't have an opponent. If as weirdly as that sounds.
No, that makes sense.
So his whole goal is to make sure Roman doesn't have an opponent. So that way he can just go to WrestleMania without an opponent and continue his reign.
And again, just piggybacking off what you said, if he does like make that match with KO, fails to win the Rumble, now he's, causing Roman to work. He's also coming up short. They've been praising this man. So, I mean, it'll be reasons there. I'm just saying, I think like the turn will actually happen like on that SmackDown after the Rumble. So it will be like some kind of build to it. Like it won't just happen for no reason. But like, yeah, all those things that you laid out, I think that's perfect. Like for how this is about to play out.
And I'm telling you, Sammy's going to get a Bret Hart in 97 in Montreal pop.
No, he's not.
I don't know, man.
He's going to get give him his respect. He's going to get the first Sami Zayn pop in Montreal, Quebec.
Do you again, stuff you're too young for. You don't remember the 1997 Survivor Series Bret Hart pop he got when he came out?
I was 1997. I think I was 8 years old.
I need you homework here. I know you've had a lot of that lately.
I had boogers in my face, so
I need you to go back and watch Survivor Series 97, the Montreal Screwjob, and listen to the pop. Yep. Sammy's going to get that type of pop in Montreal during that elimination.
Listen, live pops are different from recorded pops. That's just my opinion. Like, I don't like, go back and watch this. No, I'm not going back to watch that. Okay. I don't care about that.
I'm trying to give you perspective of how big the pop's going to be.
Okay. I watched Dolph Ziggler cash in on Alberto Del Rio, right? Mm-hmm. Hands down, one of the biggest pops I've ever heard as far as wrestling goes. Mm-hmm. Lilo can attest to it. Even he who shall not be named could attest to it. But it was just like, those were amazing moments. Like, that was a New York crowd. We was in New Jersey. Like, crowd was ridiculous. So, okay, I put it to you like this. Remember when Bret Hart got attacked in Brooklyn?
Yes.
And you heard that pop?
Yes.
Okay. Picture that times 100. That's what Dolph Ziggler had.
Now I'm telling you, that Dolph Ziggler pop, that's times 100. Take that Dolph Ziggler pop and times that by 1,000. And that's the pop that Sammy's going to get in Montreal.
How do you know? You were
Bro,
you was in the mountains.
The last time they were in Montreal. Did you not hear the pop? Do you not remember the pop last time he got was in Montreal?
I had to be there. I don't know.
It was just a couple months ago.
I got to be there. I just got to be there. I don't know how else to put it. I got to hear it for myself.
Yeah. So the last time they were in Montreal, he got this big pop. So if he's going for the title against Roman in Montreal at a pay-per-view, I'm sorry, premium live event, then the pop's going to be just
uncanny.
There you go. Somebody's been reading the dictionary.
I have not. I was playing Madden, and he said that was uncanny.
Uncanny, but we're gonna work on that. All right. So, all right. We got time for one more topic. Let's see. I think somebody asked a question in the chat. We'll address it.
Yes. So Lilo asked a question. Can we talk about the haters out there who are salty about the Usos being tag team here? So PWI.
Listen, that's my sheep, my baby. Oh my!
They put the Usos at number one.
They salty.
Some tag teams came out and had an opinion.
Well, yeah, all right. So maybe I've been checked out. People were legitimately mad about this.
Completely.
Yeah, like FTR came out. They said Paul Heyman must have made the list.
Wow.
And I think the Briscoes, they said something as well.
I like FTR. We know this. Me and Bryce, we
Right.
like FTR. But nobody watches your television program. So
Wow.
let's
But you know what though? They're not really on there, and they ain't really booked good on there.
facts. So you really can't. It's really weird that when these lists go certain people's way, they don't have anything to say, and then when it goes the opposite, then they're mad.
Yeah, but like I don't really buy into these lists, man. Because I feel like the
Like,
list is based. It's based off like wins and losses in something that's predetermined. Like this
it's
isn't.
a work. Like this is a
Yeah,
work.
like this is not a. They actually went out there and won these matches, or like they suck and they lost. Like no, this is what was, you know, booked. Like the Briscoes, they put on good matches, but like they aren't on national TV.
Who watches? No cap. I cannot. I don't know if I've ever seen a Briscoes match. I know they're good. I don't know
I've
if I've ever
seen
seen
one because I saw them in person. Like
I
a few
went to
weeks
a
ago.
match. Saw him in person.
But like, I mean, they put on 2 bangers with FTR.
Yeah, I mean, I know. Like, I don't have to watch those matches to know that they were good. But like, you're not on a national promotion.
Right. That'll immediately disqualify you.
Yeah.
You ain't on national TV. So to say like you can be tag team of the year when like you don't even have national exposure, I can't really get with that.
You're not even on TV in Japan. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I would vote.
They're not on national TV. FTR, we know FTR is probably 1A or 1B tag team in the world right now. But unfortunately, due to their booking, they don't get to show that. I mean, FTR just made it look like fools, bro. Like, only Dax wrestles singles matches and loses every single time.
It's so weird. That's such a weird thing.
FTR does not have tag matches on TV. Crazy enough, they had one today for the AEW tag titles. But typically, they don't really get to wrestle tag matches.
Yeah, we got the tantalizing one in the chat, y'all.
Tony in the building. Tony said, "Hey, good evening, gentlemen. Hey, welcome in, man. Thank you for joining us,
bro.
We appreciate you being here." But yeah, like I was saying with FTR, man, they aren't on TV enough to me. And again, that's not on them. That's on Tony. He's putting them on TV in 6-man and 8-man tags. To be honest, you want to fix Rampage, just like give FTR a match every week on Rampage. Just let them main event. Or if there's such draws, put the Young Bucks and FTR in a match on Rampage and show me what their rating is. If the Young Bucks are so great, if you want to save that show, put them on that show in that main event spot and show me what those ratings would be. Otherwise, give that spot to FTR, main event every week on Rampage. Let them tear the house down. Give them like 15 minutes. I can promise you'll have great wrestling matches every week. The fans want to see FTR. They get one of the biggest pops on that roster just from them coming out or being shown in the backstage. But like they ain't booked. But I mean, I don't know. It's hard for me to say the Usos are one on that list because I mean they also take a lot of L's. They just don't lose title matches, but like they still take a good amount of L's.
Hirsch,
what say you?
I was trying to be respectful, not interrupt, but you basically hit it all on the head. You have to be on TV. You have to be in a storyline. You have the most tag teams of any company in the world. And they are not on TV. I have not seen a claim. I have not seen a claim on TV this week. Just throwing that out there. I think it's a huge. If I'm being completely honest and not being a hater, Actually, I've never really been a hater. If I'm being completely honest, if FTR is really that good, like you say they are, you can put them to work with anybody, and they should have bangers.
No, we're not gonna do this right now.
You could put them to work with anybody, and they should have bangers. The fact that we have not had a feud between FTR and the House of Black for the Ring of Honor championships. House of Black is on TV way more than FTR is. So why can't they feud with each other to boost each other up?
House of Black ain't been on TV until like 3 months.
Yeah, I'm about to say, bro, they was off TV for like 3 months.
No, I know that, but my point was prior to that made sense. That's what I'm trying to say. They have all these titles that they're walking around with, but it's like, bro, no one watches you defend them.
Right.
They're not, bro, but they don't control their own booking.
FTR don't have a match.
So you can't be mad if you ain't got no book. Who is you? I had 10 different. I'm gonna say this, and I mean this. If FTR ever wants to be credible again, their booking has to change.
Okay, well, they're not in control of that. So,
well, then tell the EVPs of Target to get to it.
Well, they're not going to do that because they're jealous of FTR. So,
as they should be. If I was that bad, I'd be jealous too. How can I be as bad as them?
Huh? Hold on. Just maybe because it's late. Can you repeat that for me one more time?
If I was as bad as them, I'd be jealous too. How can I be a loser like FTR? Somebody showed me the way.
I think the problem is like you think they control their booking. Like every issue you have is basically booking related.
No, every issue I have is the fact that they even wrestle.
This is a bit. Like this is he's joking at this point. He doesn't really mean any of this because
I mean it all. I've had a week. I've been calm. I've been patient. Thank you for Madden. Like, leave me be. I do not like FTR. I won't like FTR. Nothing you can do to make me like FTR.
Yeah, I just okay. That's fine. I'm not gonna argue. I'm not gonna argue.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I hope you're losing, by the way.
I am winning 28-17. All Madden.
Oh, not on all Madden.
All Madden. Offense only.
That's embarrassing. I would not have said that out loud. Paul Vines, thank you for being here.
Howdy. What's up, Paul Vines?
Hey, welcome, man.
Yeah, I will not have admitted that. Okay. So
it's like playing basketball with no defense. Just shoot threes all day.
And that's a good thing. Why?
All right. So on that note, does anybody have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts?
When is that NXT show? Is that this weekend?
That's Saturday.
That's Saturday. Okay.
Yes.
So yeah, Saturday we got two shows. Ring of Honor has a show. We're not doing any kind of preview for that, or no preview for NXT. NXT we probably could preview, but like Ring of Honor, no. There's just not enough.
All right.
Talk about.
I'll ask this, then we'll get out. So New Day's challenging Pretty Deadly for the tag titles on Saturday.
Who?
Pretty Deadly. That's the NXT Tag Team Champions.
Do they come from NXT or were they in like UK?
They were in NXT UK.
Oh, okay. So who?
Nobody care about them. They's not pretty deadly. They pretty ugly.
All right. So we're gonna get out because. All right. So if nobody has any final thoughts, anybody, before we get out, is anybody in the? Oh, so if you're watching this on replay, go and leave down in the comments below how you think they should set up Roman versus The Rock. So let us know how they're, how you think they should set it up. In the comments below. So he is concentrating really hard.
He's focused. Well,
He
listen,
is
before
focused.
before he come back into focus over here, I just want to tell y'all, watch the shows y'all want to watch, support the wrestling y'all want to support. Just be sure to support your local wrestler.
Holy smokes. Yo, y'all some haters because now I'm losing. It got me beyond vexed.
How you lose? How you blow 11-point lead in like literally in like 90 seconds?
Now that offense only, stupid.
So you gave up points and you didn't even play defense.
Nope.
But that also means you didn't score. Unless they just scored, 14 points or whatever in one possession. It's some kind of super.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe they brought back, if y'all remember back in the day, the Madden cards. Y'all remember those? You can kick like 90-yard field goals and like you had hands of glue. Y'all remember those?
I don't, because I never. Is that Ultimate Team?
No, bro, that's something different.
No,
Madden cards was almost like adjusting like the settings to like, oh yeah, if you use like this particular card, it'll impact the game. Like I used to love like the kicker. So I used to kick like 90-yard field goals. Or I would put like hands of stone so like they couldn't catch passes.
That's wrong.
No. I never was on
bro. That was way before. I'm talking about this was like Madden, like bro, like Marshall Faulk was on the cover. Like 03? Maybe? Mike Vick on the cover, 04?
I was 27 years old back then, so
Look,
back
in Brandon's day, they didn't have
back in my day it was like 8-bit, and we had
back in the day you had Atari.
We had 3 players. I didn't have an Atari. Don't. We're not gonna do that. Also, I have Pong. On that note, we're gonna get out of here. We were gonna be back next Wednesday at 9:19 p.m.
You remember the first Apple computer?
Is it just me and Bryce next week?
Yes, unfortunately, good people, due to scheduling conflicts, your boy will not be here next week. I do not know why the Lord has forsaken me so much.
You will not blame that on the Lord.
I won't be here.
So yeah, it'll just be me and Bryce next week. Where I don't know what. Who knows what will happen in professional wrestling over the next week that we'll talk about. But we will be back next Wednesday, like we do every Wednesday at 9:19 p.m. So again, don't forget to comment down below. Don't forget to hit the like button on the replay. And Isaiah, any final words?
Yeah. Live long and prosper.
Oh man.
And on that note,
I had a freaking rage quit. God darn it. Started hating on the offense only, I see.
Keisha sending you out.
Yeah, she said we're gonna
miss Hirsch. Thank you, Miss Keisha. I appreciate that.
Get better.
All right, yo, no cap. I got to be up early. Good people, I appreciate you all. Live long and prosper. Drink lots and lots of tea. Wash your hands. People out here getting sick. They falling like dominoes in this house. So everybody getting in. I'm the last. I'm the lone. I'm like Young Jeezy and Akon. Actually, De La Cruz, you look like Akon, and I look like Young Jeezy. Akon and Young Jeezy. Try to make things easy. There's only one way to go. And so, if you're looking for KOD, we be on the block watching wrestling nonstop. Yeah. If you looking for KOD, we be on the blockbuster.
Oh, man. What is happening here?
I don't know.
Way off the rails.
Hirsch, we're good? We're done?
Well, I rage quit, so yeah, I guess I'm done.
All right, tell us what really happened. But all right, so
I'm good. I just wanted to throw that out there. I just wish everybody.
So apparently Hirsch just ain't his synapses ain't firing in all the way.
Oh,
So
my
Bryce, you wanna fill
apologies.
in?
My apologies. Just Bryce.
yo,
Triple B's. Play our music.